Hello everyone, myself is Dr. Danya PM, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Tajiri School of Engineering and Technology. In this presentation, we'll be dealing with some programming exercises coming under Simplified Instructional Computers in the subject CS303 System Software. Before moving to SIC instructions, we have to see what assembler directives are. We know that the function of an assembler is to convert assembly level language to machine language. But there are certain instructions which are not converted into machine instructions. They are called assembler directives or otherwise pseudo instructions. The purpose of these assembler directives is to provide instructions to assemblers. We will see 6 assembler directives, namely start, end, byte, word, reserve byte, and reserve word. The purpose of start is to specify the name and starting address of the program. The purpose of the assembler directive end is to indicate the end of the source program, and it also shows the first executable instruction in the program. Now the third one, that is byte, the purpose is to generate a character constant or a hexadecimal constant. The purpose of the assembler directive word is to generate an integer constant. Now reserve byte, it will reserve the indicated number of bytes for data storage. And reserve word will reserve the indicated number of words in the memory for data storage. We will see the assembler directives start and end. As already mentioned in the previous slide, start shows the name of the program and also starting address of the program. Now in this example, you can see that it is written copy start 1000. A copy is the name of the program and 1000 is a location where the first instruction of the program resides. Now consider the statement end first. End indicates the end of the program and also the first indicates the label of the first instruction of the program. So in the given example, end first means the first is a label of the first statement STL return address. This program is starting from the memory location 1000 and the first instruction is STL return address. So end first actually shows the end of the program and also the label of the first instruction of the program. The assembler directive byte. It is used to generate either a character constant or a hexadecimal constant. So in the given example, we can see the instruction chars byte z. So here the character z is stored in a memory location named char z. And it is storing a 1 byte character constant. Now, this can also be used for storing hexadecimal constants. For example, num1 byte f1. Here, the hexadecimal constant f1 is stored in the memory location num1. And in the character constant, we can see the usage of letter C. So C indicates that it is a character constant. And in the case of hexadecimal constant, we have to put an X. Now, the same byte instruction can also be used for storing strings also. So in this example, str1 byte test string. So test string is a string which occupies 11 memory locations with one letter in each location. So str1 is the address of that string and this is a 11 byte constant. Assembler directive word. This is used to store integer values. Example, alpha word 3. That means integer value 3 is stored in a memory location alpha. Next one is 1 word 1. That means the integer value 1 is stored in a memory location named 1. Next, beta word 100. That means the integer value 100 is stored in a memory location named beta. Reserve byte and reserve word. In the example, we have written alpha reserve byte 1. That means 1 byte location is reserved and it is of the name alpha. So on the right hand side, we can see a figure of memory where 1 byte is reserved with the address alpha. The next one is beta reserve byte 5. That means 5 bytes are reserved and that location will be named beta. Now next one is reserve word. This is for reserving word locations. So here return address reserve word 1. That means one word is reserved and the address is return address. And one word is equal to 3 memory locations. That is 8 into 3 equal to 24 bits. The next one is return address 2, reserve word 2. That means 2 words are received. For each word, it will take 3 memory locations. Altogether, 6 memory locations are reserved in return address 2. Here we will see a simple program written using SIC instructions. The purpose of this program is to move data from the memory location 5 to memory location alpha. Also, the program has to move the character stored in memory location char Z to memory location C1. So since direct memory to memory transfer is not possible, we have to move the data to the accumulator and from there we have to take it to the second memory location. So for that, we have the instruction LDA5. LDA5 means load the contents of memory location 5 to accumulator. Now we have STA alpha, that is store the contents of accumulator to alpha. Now what happens is the contents of memory location 5 is moved to alpha. Similarly, we have load CH for loading character from the memory location char Z to accumulator. Now STCH C1 means the character which is now available in accumulator will be stored to memory location C1. So here the declaration part of this program comes at the end. That is, we are reserving a memory location alpha which is of size 1 word and we are storing the integer 5 in a memory location 5 using the statement 5 word 5. Similarly, we are reserving program to do arithmetic operation beta equal to alpha plus INCR minus 1 and delta equal to gamma plus INCR minus 1. So first of all, let us see beta equal to alpha plus INCR minus 1. So for that, let us assume that alpha is having the integer 100 and INCR is having the integer 5. So this is possible with the assembly directive word and you can see that in the instruction alpha word 100. Similarly, we have INCR word 5. And memory location 1 is having the integer value 1. So first of all, in order to do alpha plus INCR, we have to load accumulator with the contents of alpha. Now 100 is taken to accumulator. Now the second instruction add INCR will add the contents of accumulator and the contents of INCR, that is 100 plus 5, and the result is now available in accumulator. From this content we are subtracting 1 using the instruction sub 1. Now the result is available in accumulator and this result is stored to the memory location beta using the statement STA beta. Similar set of instructions are executed for delta equal to gamma plus INCR minus 1. Gamma is having the integer value 50 INCR is having the integer value 5 and 1 is having the integer value 1. Now, gamma and INCR is added by taking gamma, loading gamma to accumulator and then adding the contents of accumulator with INCR, and from that content 1 is subtracted. Now the final result is taken to the memory location delta. This is a program to move a string from one memory location to another. The string used is test string. It is stored in the memory location str1 using the assembly directive byte. From there, it is to be taken to the location str2, where we have reserved 11 bytes for storing the string. So in memory, this will be stored in 11 different locations with one character per location. So since direct memory to memory transfer is not possible in SIC, we have to load one character to accumulator, and from there it is taken to the second memory location. So character by character we have to do this transfer. This is to be done 11 times since the total length of the string is 11. So here the X register is initialized to 0 using the statement LDX0 and LDCH str1, x. This will load the first letter, that is T, to the accumulator. And here str1, x means the contents of X register is added with the address of str1. Now every time X will be incremented. This incrementation is done up to 11. And TIX11 means incrementing X register and comparing it with 11. According to the result of this comparison, condition code will be set. If the result is less than, we have to again go for transferring the next character. So there is a JLT move CH will jump to the instruction with the label move CH. Now the next character E is loaded into accumulator using the statement LDCH str1, x. At that time the value of X will be 1. And from the accumulator it is taken to the memory location str2, x using the statement stch. So this transfer is done 11 times. Program to add two integer arrays alpha and beta and store the result in gamma. Here both alpha and beta are storing 100 integers. So first of all, since it is storing an integer value, it requires one word for every integer, and one word is equal to 3 bytes. So in order to take the second number, we need to increment the counter with 3. So in this program, first of all, accumulator is loaded with 0. That 0 is now taken to the memory location index. That 0 is again taken to X register using the statement LDS index. Now LDA alpha comma index means the first number in the array alpha is taken to accumulator. At that point the value of X equal to 0. Now that content is now added with the first number in the array beta using the statement add beta comma X. The result is now available in accumulator. It is taken to the memory location gamma using the statement sta gamma. Now the index which is having the value 0 is loaded to accumulator and 3 is added to it. And the content is now stored back to index using the statement sta index. Now it is compared with, the index is compared with 300. And if it is less than, we do a jump to the instruction with the label add LP. So this is done 100 times to store all the values of alpha plus beta to the array gamma. This program read data from an input device and give it to an output device. Here input device is with the name with the number F1 and the output device is with the number 05. So first of all, before transferring, we have to test whether the device is ready for data transfer. So this testing is done with the statement TD. TD in dev will test the input device. Now on testing, condition code will be set. If the device is ready, the condition code will be set to less than. Otherwise, it is set to equal to. So if it is set to equal to, we are jumping to the statement for testing device. This testing continues until the device is ready. Once it is ready, it will come out of that loop and start reading from the input device using the instruction rd in dev. Now the data which is read is available in accumulator. From there, it is taken to the memory location data using the statement stch. The same kind of testing and data transfer is done for the output device also. So we can see TD out dev will test the output device. If it is not ready, it will again jump to the statement for testing the device using the statement JEQ out LP. Once it is ready, it will come out of that loop and load the data to accumulator. From the accumulator, it is taken to the output device using the statement WD. So here RD is for reading data from the input device and WD is for writing data to the output device. So in this presentation, we have seen 6 assembler directives: start, end, byte, word, reserve byte and reserve word, and also some programming exercises. Thank you.